I'm the most junior guy at our firm. I've had my license since 2020. Everybody else has had it a good bit longer than me. We do personal injury pretty much exclusively, whether it be workers' comp or slip and fall or premise liability or your car wreck stuff. That's pretty much all we do is the main line of the firm. There's a couple auxiliary things, but for the most part, it's a personal injury firm. We had a company out of Texas. We paid them a fair amount more money, and like when I came on, part of our interview process with new clients is, we take down their information and stuff. But one of the important questions we ask them is how do they get to us? Just so it's kind of our way of tracking, kind of seeing. Almost all of it was just word of mouth. My brother used you, my friend used you, something like that, which is great. But that's pretty much the only way we were getting new clients. We kind of got tired of them, weren't really seeing the results, especially for what we were paying. We got connected through BNI. And then you kind of wrote me a proposal on what it was, and it was so much less that I was like, we were already paying so much more than that to get zero. We might as well try it. I started out and it was pretty quick. People would write down Google, or you saw a billboard and then Googled you and then, saw your website and everything. And then one of the biggest difference makers were once you made those QR codes, but we just print them off and just keep them in the conference rooms where we do our disbursements and stuff. And I just clip them to the tops of checks. And so people see them. I tell them what they are, obviously. And they just scan them and do it. And our reviews probably went up 10, 15 fold.
Yeah.
So that's all it is.
Just reviews.
Clip it to it. And it made such a difference. Because people just, they walk out and you're like, yeah, would you leave us a review? And they're like, yeah, you did a great job. And it just doesn't happen. They scan this, it literally takes them 6 seconds, and it made all the difference in the number that we were seeing, which makes a huge difference. Probably sign up 2 to 4 a week, just in general, just total, between myself and the other associate here. We do all the meeting with them. So yeah, on average, obviously sometimes more, sometimes less. I'm trying to think of all the things that I get that are from what y'all do. Not just like where they write down Google, but I get the emails with the phone calls attached from anytime somebody calls us off the ads. I get the number of engages, which are the chat platform we use through our website. So when people direct to the website, they can reach out to us via text. Just all the avenues, or people just find us on the website and just texting the number to get in touch with us. Now that I really start to think about it, it is remarkable the difference. Because it used to only be phone calls and in-person meetings, and just the area as well. So it used to only really just be Rock Hill or something. But we get phone calls from all over the state now. A lot of times I hear, hey, somebody used you, but it was a while ago. And we looked you up, and your website looked good. You have 125 5-star reviews, and so at that point it was a no-brainer. So it was a referral that kind of got them in that direction. But then the website's easy to find. It looks good. The reviews are up there. Everything's together. And so it's just an easy no-brainer for them at that point. It's so case-by-case basis because kind of what we do. We could have one case that's worth literally 200 smaller cases just based on what it is. But I can think of 2 or 3 that we have from they wrote down Google on their thing that are worth an enormous amount. They're not settled yet or anything, but just ballpark figures, very large. Get one of them, is paid for itself, forever. Aside from kind of the value, I think, that it's worth, and just all that aside, you're local, you're incredibly easy to get a hold of. Anybody, anything, any problems or something that I have, I reach out to you and it's fixed like immediately. Are incredibly easy to get a hold of. Any problems get fixed immediately. Any questions we have get explained in far more detail than they need to be to us who don't really understand all this. But that in and of itself is worth a tremendous amount. Just having somebody you can pick up the phone and talk to, even if it doesn't necessarily relate to what you do for us. Just any general marketing questions or stuff like that. Emails that we get about people wanting to backlog or whatever it's called. You answer the questions, yes, no, delete that. Things like that are worth a fair, a great deal in and of itself, in addition to what you do for our marketing.